I'm from Euless, Texas, so I've always watched Oklahoma play Texas growing up, and it's always been an awesome rivalry. And being on that sideline was different. And that team that day, the good team won, as I'm here now, obviously. And but it's awesome, the energy, the passion, and just you can tell just the pure amount of hate and love in that game is what makes it different. So it's an awesome rivalry, and it's what makes right now what was the 12, which will be SEC now, between that rivalry, it makes it really elite.
Okay, let's go to John Shin in the corner at the table.
What's up, John? How you doing, brother?
When they announced your hiring and release, you talked about you had a relationship with Brent for a number of years.
Yep.
I wonder if you could kind of explain that a little bit more so people kind of understand just because you don't work on the same staff.
Exactly. We actually met recruiting in Miami, and we started talking ball. And I'm a huge off-season geek, whether it was Coach Venables or my good friend up there, Wisconsin, Jim Leonard, Peter Pan. But, just being with guys like that, and Coach Venables really taking me under his wing, but just talking ball back and forth with him in the summer, and that's where it really started. But then pouring into me as a man and going through life, because we all go through our trials and tribulations in our families, and just like a real connection. And with Coach V, it's always been real like that, and it was a blessing. And I knew when this opportunity came up, I told my wife if it ever came up like that too, it was going to be a decision that was more than likely going to happen, and it did. It's just I was at Bama when it happened, so which made it a little more deep.
When you're a young coach out on the recruiting trail, I mean, are you kind of, hey, I know that, I want to learn from that?
No, it was just really random, and then we just started talking ball and ideology and just some intricacies I was talking about as well too, from coverage multiples and different looks and disguises, and we just started geeking and feeling each other's passion about the game. You can tell what's real is real. So being around him and seeing how he's done it and how he's carried himself and what kind of man he is, attracts you to people like that as well too. So that's how myself and Coach Venables really got to know each other, and he's been a mentor, for years ever since.
Okay, let's go to Bob Frisbillis here at Scoop.
Yeah.
How you doing, Bob?
You mentioned being at Bama. What did that 1 year teach you, and did you have any idea that it would just be 1 year?
No, I didn't. That whole last year was crazy year to say the least. It was crazy, but God opens up doors for you. And last year in February, I didn't think I was going to be at Alabama. I thought I was going to be the corner coach for the Eagles. Because that's where I was. I was in Philly, and then GOAT calls me. The night of the Super Bowl, and that became a life decision. And but I knew working for Coach Saban and every opportunity and how we get along and how we love talking ball, and he's just a special dude, and it was one of the hardest decisions me coming here and be honest, leaving him, because what kind of guy he is and what kind of passion he is, and talking ball with a guy like that was tough. But God led me here for a specific reason with Coach Venables and Oklahoma and close to home. So.
Come over here, Brandon John.
Oh man,
You've been to obviously several different stops over the last few years. Can you kind of talk about what makes Coach Venables so attractive to you as a coach? I know you talked about your relationship previously, but inside the inner workings of it all.
I think the biggest thing is authenticity. You can tell it was real, like I said, but passion, love for the game. But he does everything passionately. If he's chewing gum, it's gonna be chewing gum passionately. Playing spades, it's gonna be passionate, and he's all in on everything he does. And that's kind of what I see myself as well too. If you're gonna do it, let's do it. Whatever you do in life, and that's just his mindset, his mentality, and to me, the way he pours into people as well too. I've been to a lot of great programs, but I'm talking about earnestly, honestly pouring into people for who they are, give them tools for life. When he talks about the number one thing in this program is graduating, that's not a joke. That's like you're going to class, like you're going to graduate, and give you tools for life and connecting people in a network. They would say, it's not who you know gets you a job, but who knows you, right? The whole mindset of that. But, that's just him in general. And like I said, to me, that was the biggest thing. And obviously his defense has been pretty good, over the last couple of years as well, too, which makes him, to me, in my opinion, he was the best coordinator the last 20 years of college football. So, and everybody wants to know what's in the soup. So, now I get to know what's in the soup. So.
Okay, James Hale.
Hi, Jay.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. You've always had a great rep for coaching corners. I'm curious about your philosophy. You've got an experience room, you've brought in
Mhm.
more experience in, the recruiting room and things like that. So talk about what you've got here and your philosophy of coaching corners.
One thing we got is, I don't want to say hungry, but malnourished corners. Like, these guys are really, starving for to learn. I'm going to say the intricacies, the details of the craft, the nuances by release, by split recognition. They love football, FBI, football intelligence. The 1-2 in our room is really high right now too, and they're grinding, they're pushing each other, and iron sharpens iron, and sometimes there's sparks when iron sharpens iron too. So they're pushing each other on a continued basis, not just on the field, but mentally as well too. And I love being around guys like that. This culture right now we're building is really special, and guys are fighting on a daily basis. But being around those guys, having young guys who are fighting and grinding, having older guys like my man Woody, who's been awesome with his mindset and his mentality and who he is as a man. To me, this room is really special, and I can't wait. I told those guys, don't play with a chip on your shoulder, play with a bag on your shoulder. Have that mindset to go prove your worth. So they're excited, and I can't wait either. Appreciate you.
To the right side, Eric Bailey, Tulsa World.
Coach,
How you doing, Eric? Nice to meet you, brother.
Hey, you remembered vividly when Coach Saban called you the night of the Super Bowl.
Vivid.
What about Coach Venables? When did that call happen, and how quick? What was that day like?
Well, one, I guessed it because when I saw, when I heard those immortal words of, I will not be the coach of LSU. I said, oh, and I was like, he didn't say the other, so I was like, I started betting with guys on the team, the coaches. Like, I bet they hit up the man, Coach Venables, and then all of a sudden, when I heard it could happen, I was like, oh, time to make a life decision if it does happen. And when he hit me up, instantaneously, I told my wife, obviously my mom has some back issues as well too, being around family, but working with this guy who's poured into me and I believe in and who I'll run through a wall for was, something I had to really think about and pray about, and it all came together. So it was an awesome experience, but seeing Coach Venables at the airport doing his little smiling and doing his little deal, and just seeing his energy, it's awesome because it's him 24/7, right? That's Coach Venables 24/7. The passion is real, and what you see from him on the field, what you see in interviews, what you see in the locker room, what you see upstairs in his office, is everything. It's who he is. So, anytime, brother, anytime.
Okay, right in front of you, Ryan Avery, the Oklahoma.
Nice to meet you, Ryan. Yes, sir.
I want to ask you about your path into coaching. When your playing career ended, did
Yes.
you envision that, and how did you make the transition from what you were doing with the training,
Oh, yeah.
performance training, to make that switch as coaching?
Well, one, as soon as I got done playing, because I was all in, thought I was going to be the next Bob Sanders and all like that. And once I got hurt and never got taken away from me, I hated football for that week. I'll never watch a game, but by Sunday I'm watching the game, right? Why am I doing this? And it just led to more. And Kevin Mathis, who was one of my mentors and one of my closest friends, used to play for the Cowboys, and he's actually at Jackson State as cornerback coach. And he told me, hey, Jay, you need to get into training. And so from then on, just pointing to people the training aspect and seeing guys grow and develop and pointing to them as young men and seeing the daily grind, seeing the integrity, what you do when nobody's watching, the extra they were doing. I love the game, and I love being a geek about the game. So my passion grew from it, and had a couple opportunities I thought was going to happen. It didn't happen. God opens up doors when they need open. Chris Ballard actually is a guy opening me, got me into the business, which is awesome how that randomly happened, but all by God. And he called Mel Tucker, and Mel Tucker brought me an interview, and meet him and Kirby, and there I was. So it was a blessing. God opened up doors, and biggest thing is head down, work, grind, and stay at the office late, be there early, be a geek about what you do, and fall in love with what you do, and grew fast in the business because of that. So,
Appreciate you.
yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
John Rivers, Sports Illustrated Sooners.
How you doing, John?
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you too, brother.
To Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
From Texas to Alabama to Oklahoma, I wonder if you could, first of all, you get a little spoiled on the Blue Bloods, right?
I guess apparently, Grey Poupon,
I wonder if you could compare maybe the commitment that it takes to operate at this level when you look at these facilities and you look at the administration and you look at the ability to hire support staff.
100%. You have to have that in modern day football, and Coach Venables has pushed that here, and that's what it is. And right now we're trying to make that jump. I mean, this is a great program. It's been a great program, but you want to be an elite program with the rest of those guys who have been winning like that. Those are just the details of the craft that need to just keep getting improved, and that's what Coach Venables has done. You know, like I said, being at a Georgia and Alabama and seeing the mind behind that and seeing that stuff, and obviously Coach Venables coming from Clemson, who's done it as well too, and even the crazy stuff at Texas, seeing all that as well too, and but how much people are pouring into it, you know, that's what, you know, it helps. It helps a lot. But we're doing that now, and like I said, it's going to pay off big for Sooner Nation and what we believe in.
Follow-up question on the cornerback position. You got a
Yes, sir.
couple guys or three guys that have rolled to safety, been back and forth.
Yep.
Is that going to shake out in the spring, or is that just going to get the 5 best guys on the field and see where they can play?
You got to earn your keep, right? And nothing's promised to anybody. Earn your keep. You know, you're going to be an honest coach. You know, all you got to do is press play. It's going to tell you who the best guy is. You know, I ain't no, hey, I promise you this, come here. Nah, I don't work like that. And you'll lose respect to your guys in your room is like that too. So earn your keep, pour it out, and best man will play. I promise you that.
How eager are you to get that process going in spring football?
Beyond eager. I feel like Brother Venables right now up here, you know, just ready to roll, ready to go, you know, so.
Quick follow-up on, you mentioned the word passion about 6 times talking about Brent.
Oh, yeah,
Tattooed on your arm.
100%.
Why is that? What does that word mean?
Man, it's everything to me. You know, when I see my Lord and Savior in heaven, I'm going to die on E. I don't have anything left in me. No air, no nothing. So, once again, God gives you the opportunity to be on this earth. You know, I'm not going to slap him in the face with the opportunities he's given me. I'm going to pour it all out because of him, and that's who I am. And I'll be able to look at myself in the mirror years from now without that word called regret because of that. So, pour it out, die on E. So, that's just my mindset. And use it from a player to now. You know, you just got to translate to what you want to be down the line. Anytime, brother, anytime.
Second row, Ryan Chapman, Sports Illustrated Sooners.
How you mean, Ryan?
How are you? You mentioned Woodi Washington. I was going to ask, kind of, what have your conversations been like with him? Just as everything you went through last year, going on as a true freshman, nickel, playing on the corner, not playing as much down the stretch. Just what has his mindset been, and your conversations with him, just kind of reflecting on all that rolling into this year?
Yeah, work. That's his number one thing. He just wants to work. Uncommon man, uncommon mindset. Always asking questions, calling me at night, let's go over the playbook stuff, just asking questions. You know what I mean? Just always asking. Once again, really dedicated to his craft as well, too. And just, you can tell somebody who's really real and really passionate about what they want to accomplish in life. And he's not a guy that seems like he's going to waste any opportunity he has. So he's been awesome for me. And that's why I see him as a leader. And once again, the real example of leader. Leaders are at the front, you know, bosses work from the back. So he's been a leader from everything he's done from that standpoint, and enough talk and just showing by example. So, you know, kid's working now, working.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.